everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Turnabout Substitution. Now going into the motive for Judge Chambers. Oh boy, one motive coming right up, piping hot, and ready to be delivered. Okay, give me your worst. Oh boy, it's not gonna be worse than literally just Judge wanting to kill for his brother. Well, if there's more add to it. Oh no. If there's more add to it, oh boy. The defendant would only have infiltrated prison to kill a convict with good reason. What better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. You know, it's also a bad detail to suddenly remember that didn't Judge say his brother was killed like the Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? It definitely wasn't going to inspire a lot of helpful pleasant feelings towards Erlenmeyer at all. Yeah. What better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. Still, Erlenmeyer got off with a lighter sentence than expected. Even Chambers the judge. I mean, just in the sounds of it, unless we learn more about it, like, everyone else seems to know, but just seems he was convicted about missing people. He just confessed to the crime, but, like, there was nothing proving it. I can't think of anything on top of my head that corresponds to it. I can't think of any other, like, other kind of, like murder mystery or something like that, or, like, even other crime in real life corresponds to it, actually. Which is why, dissatisfied with the verdict, he decided to render his own. You may begin the cross-examination, Apollo. I have no idea what voice to give him anymore. The defendant would only have infiltrated prison to kill a convict with good reason. Okay, time to go down the list. Press this button. But we don't know that he was actually the criminal. True, but he still infiltrated the prison. That fact speaks for itself. Besides, why else would he sneak into a prison? You're not wrong there, and we can't bring up that letter, which I'm assuming they haven't found at all. The Paris Chambers is following instructions from question mark, though it technically doesn't exist. I'm sure it'll be useless somehow. Like, do we have to talk to someone, like, I guess the real culprit, and, like, catch them up on, like, them sending the letter? That's the only reason I could think of, like, talking about bringing it up, having the court record. Well, don't even think of answering the question unless you have the evidence to back it up. Okay, that just got shut down real quick. There goes that. And what better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. The defendant's brother was Arthur Chambers, correct? Yes. I knew him personally, and let me say that even though in the surface Judge and Arthur often quarreled, they had a deep relationship and were very close. Many siblings are like that. The defendant was devastated by the murder of his brother. I kept a letter he sent me about it. I see. I also wrote down conversations we had in this matter. She's a bit neurotic, isn't she? Oh my. Power date, or like, she's looking for reasons, like, probably because of the death threat, she's probably paranoid about any kind of close relationship. Possibly, that's my first thought. In addition, I've recorded phone calls in which he said this world would be a better place if Erlenmeyer wasn't in it. I think we get it. It's like she knew this trial would come and has been preparing her whole life. Oh, wow. She really was that paranoid. Powered dater, and yet... Oh, that's the only reason why she got close to anyone outside the country is because they had no ties to anything in her home. Possibly. Oh. I actually feel sad for her now. I believe just about any older sibling would feel the same way in the defendant's place. Oh, yes. I've already mentioned that before in my case. Like, I love my sister. We're really close. The defendant was a judge, which changed things a lot. Still, Erlenmeyer got off with a lighter sentence than expected. He went Chambers the judge. Wait, that didn't register to me. Like, Chambers actually reside over the Erlenmeyer case? I can actually buy Jessica Poole being on there. Like, I don't think we heard anything, like... Well, even if there was, like, I guess like, someone close on Jessica Poole's side, like, she's, like, going against someone, so, like, she's going with that bias in hand, but, like, that's the prosecutor's job anyway. To, like, you know, go full force on proving it's this person. Makes sense, but the judge? That's a weird place to put it. Okay. Why did the victim receive a lighter sentence? Well, the defense attorney proved he was deranged. Oh, the Yana Yogi defense thing. Prove insanity. So the question became, should we kill him because of his mental disorder? That might be what you or an average person would think, but Chambers is close to the victim. If someone murdered your family in front of your eyes, if someone did that, wouldn't you want to get retribution no matter what? Wait, are you saying that Arthur was killed in front of just eyes, or exaggerating? Could that have affected why she thinks Chambers is guilty? That doesn't matter right now, actually. No. What does matter is that Judge would never take someone's life, no matter what. You sound like you know him personally, but and I just gotta prove that. Which is why, to satisfy with the verdict, he decided to render his own with a gavel. No, a gun. Why would an old man like the defendant suddenly decide to become some sort of vigilante hero? You're implying the defendant's age means he's less likely to be the culprit. But the opposite is true. Because he's old, he would have nothing to lose if he were caught. Oh god, I just remembered another thing, and just the judge also saying, like, like, being in jail, like, just put him in the rest of his life, I think is some semblance when we first talked to him in defendant's under. Oh boy. Nothing left to lose. Oh boy. Besides, he didn't suddenly and spontaneously change. Emotional trauma like the death of a loved one can change people. She's bringing psychology to this, and I won't be able to beat her with that. I definitely need to learn more about that anyway. That's why I'm taking classes. But what I can beat her with is evidence. So Erlenmeyer's past is coming back to haunt Judge. It's a legitimate motive. That's not the right one! True. And we know what his real motive was for going to the prison. You want us to bring that up. So hurry up and present it. Okay, that's what you want us to do. Well, only have presented to kill a convict with good reason. The victim had murdered his brother. I guess the first question is, would be a good place to present this, honestly. We're literally going with the letter. Okay, so it's literally just a matter of presenting where. Okay, so, sorry about that. The defendant would only have infiltrated a prison to kill a convict with good reason. And what better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. That's, I guess, it's the one we're not going, like, he didn't go there because he killed his brother, because someone told him to. Objection! Not there? Okay. Your Honor, the statement contradicts this evidence! Let me see that. Why, you're right. This is unheard of in this courtroom. You single-handedly turned the case around with this one piece of evidence. Didn't I? Didn't I? Oh my god. Of course you didn't. What is unheard of in this courtroom is your credulity, Mr. Justice. You deserve this penalty. There goes that. My ego. It hurts. Oh well. The defendant only infiltrated a prison to kill a convict with good reason. What better reason than revenge? The victim killed his brother, earning off with that life sentence than expected, even Chambers the judge. Then I got off the life sentence than expected, even Chambers the judge. What would be a good place to present that? I guess present on the very first one, actually? If that is it. Let me just, let's just, yeah. Okay. Then got off with a lighter sentence than expected, even with Chambers the judge. Present the letter there. Objection! No, not there, actually? Where would be a good place to put it if we're gonna present the letter? Please don't tell me it's actually some other piece of evidence. Then why, Rhea? Why did you bring it up? Why would you? Why would you? Why would you? He decided to render his own. So another first two. The letter seemed expected, but even if the judge's members decided for the verdict, he decided to render his own. Okay, it's wrong. Is literally just the third statement, or literally this paper is the wrong thing? It seems like the only big reason why I would go to the prison, though. The only reason, besides that. Also, why do we still have this? Chambers request. Why do we still have this? We didn't have to use it for anything. We didn't have to get into the crime scene either. We just have it. Well, we can compare hand signatures and all that. You know, just all that. In case we need to figure out if his hand signature was forged in a contract later, you know. So it's literally just the third, no, come on. The third statement? Hopefully, please tell me this is actually the letter. If it's some other roundabout way, then... Even with Chambers the judge, let's just get it out of the way, just the letters in case. It's not the letter at all? Why, Rhea, why you do this? Are you trying to... What are you doing? You're sabotaging us. I might get off with the life sentence expected. Even Chambers the judge, what better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. Why bring him home? Let me read that whole thing with Rhea again. Erlenmeyer's past is coming out to haunt Judge. It's a legitimate motive, but it's not the right one. You know what his real motive was for going to the prison, so hurry up and present it. That's literally just the letter. Unless there's some other way to present it? Objection! Wait, I thought we already presented it there. Okay, well, okay, I tried presenting it over again. Okay, all right. Did I not present it there? I thought I did. Unless, oh god, did I even properly read them? I swear I probably didn't. God damn it. The defendant did have a good reason for entering Clooney prison, and it wasn't murder. This is the only way. I have to do this. Poole is gonna rip my case to shreds, where the jury just might believe me. So what is his other motive? Chambers told me something very interesting when I spoke with him yesterday. It was Christmas Eve. I received a letter from Millermeyer. He promised he would explain everything to me if I came to visit him. The gun, the uniform, they were not my idea. I received them in a package along with the letter. They were part of Erlenmeyer's conditions. The whole setup was a trap. The real killer lured Chambers to Erlenmeyer's cell with a gun, drugged him, and then framed Chambers. My, what an interesting tale. Of course, that's all I'll ever think of it is, unless you have some hard proof. Yeah, the letter's gone, so we only have hearsay. What happened to this letter? Well, I was told to burn the letter as soon as I read it. In other words, the defendant claims to have been framed, and all you have is his word. Unfortunately. When you put it like that, it sounds bad. Yes. If we judge people based solely on their word, a lot of criminals would be on the streets right now. Don't forget that we found no drugs in the defendant's body, so he couldn't have been drugged. Yeah, I was about to comment on that. Like, even the judge mentioned that about the doctors, so no drugs at all. And if he wasn't drugged, was he knocked out? What? So literally, he can only have fainted in if he wasn't bludgeoned. If there was no head wound anywhere, he just fainted for one reason or another? You're a fraud. No other defense attorney would even dream of presenting an argument as flimsy as that. Especially with that comical contradiction. In fact, I think that even helped my case. I feel like I could leave right now and you do a fine job getting Chambers convicted. Don't listen to her, Apollo. You did what you needed to do. We both know that Chambers was telling the truth about the letter. That's what matters now. The truth. We need to get that first, and worry about evidence later. I guess is a way. It's kind of like that, like, reminds me of, like, a scene in You're Gonna Die. Like, I won't say anything else, but, like, just, like, the main character, like, knows something, but if they don't say it right now, like, at this point, like, very early on, people won't believe them later on when they, like, say, like, oh my gosh, why you held on to this whole time? Why'd you speak up about this? Yeah, it makes sense, though. Let me say my opinion on the matter. Although the defense has introduced the possibility of the defendant being framed, they gave no supporting evidence. The defendant had a clear motive, and there is substantial evidence against him. He may be young, Your Honor, but you are wise. Honestly, he has a bit more of a backbone than the other judges from that just one thing of, give us your opinion, Miss Sky. Anyway, I believe the detective has given sufficient testimony. I will now call my next witness, who will conclusively show this was a premeditated murder. Oh, God. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Well, literally, if Mike Meekins and the other guy's gonna be aboard, it's still gonna be a fun time anyway. It's gonna be a hassle. Well, that's every witness anyway, so this is gonna be fun. My name is Meekins Prison. I'm a guard mic, sir. This is not open mic night. Get your head out of the game. I mean, I'm prison guard. I'm Meekins Mike, sir. I mean, I'm the opposite. I'm the prison guard. I'm Meekins, sir. He's great. Can I do that over? No takesy backsies. You think I have to deal with this, with the editing and all that, if I keep stammering, stutter? No, I have to keep that in. Sorry. Yes, I think it would be better if you do. Please try the witness's last statements from the record. Thank you. My name is Meekins Prison. I'm a guard mic, ma'am. I mean, I'm prison guard. I'm Meekins Mike, ma'am. I mean, the opposite. I'm a prison guard. I'm Mike Meekins, ma'am. The only thing that changed in that was sir to the ma'am. Well, you gotta give him props. Can you be allowed to do that over again? I honestly didn't see that coming. I didn't think he was that stupid. Just give your testimony. The sooner it starts, the sooner it ends. Well, there he goes. God, he was great in Rise of the Ashes. Still great. I liked his inclusion in, like, Turnabout Succession as well. That flashback. Oh, that was great. It was premeditated, ma'am. I was a guard duty to make sure no unauthorized personnel wouldn't be allowed in the cells. Chambers looked suspicious, but I had to let him through for 2 reasons. First, he was wearing a prison guard uniform, sir. The second reason was that he had with him a gun only prison guards usually have access to. Oh, that's the detail Emma was bringing up before about him, like that's the one thing that she can bring up. It literally was a guard gun. Huh. So either he really is a senior officer, or the murder was premeditated, sir. As Miss Poole just said, the sooner we start, the sooner we're done. Please proceed, Mr. Justice. Dish out the justice. It was premeditated, ma'am. He's great. I was on guard duty to make sure no unauthorized personnel wouldn't be allowed in the cells. The mitochondria, the cells. The powerhouse of the cells. But that would mean you were to make sure that that authorized personnel wouldn't be allowed. And since the defendant has masqueraded as a senior officer, you failed miserably. I meant to say that no unauthorized personnel would be allowed, sir. The defendant was actually unauthorized, so you failed in that respect too. Oh boy. What? I think this is kind of irrelevant. Let's just get on with the testimony. This is literally just suckering onto the definition of the word. This is loopholing. We're lawyers, but don't go to this pretentiousness. God, I want to see a murder mystery like do so many fucking loopholes. I already have. It was amazing. Chambers looked suspicious, but I had to let him through for 2 reasons. What are those reasons you're about to tell us? We exactly classified the defendant as suspicious. Well, for one, he had hair. What? Wait, you're saying the judge had hair? Hair? Many people have hair. Yes, but his hair was at the bottom of his head, not the top. Should I bring the dice back again? No. I mean his beard? Beard, is that what those things are called? I don't believe this. Still, bottom is the opposite of top, just as evil is the opposite of good. From top to bottom? Okay, top secret to bottom secret, okay. Were there any other reasons you thought he was suspicious? Of course, sir. He was wearing a beige and light brown uniform as if he was on a covert desert mission. Stop talking. Don't you wear a beige and light brown uniform while on prison guard duty? But I'm not on a covert desert mission, sir. I don't think... Forget it. The defendant claimed to be your senior officer, yet you had never seen him or heard his name before, correct? If I had to label him someone I knew or someone I didn't know, I would have labeled him the latter. That in of itself is enough reason for suspicion. Anyway, what was the first of these reasons? Well, first, he was wearing a prison guard uniform, sir. Oh my. Did Chambers show or say anything that proved he was a prison guard? He said he had urgent work and his boss told him to get to Erlenmeyer's cell ASAP. And you didn't find it strange that you never heard of him before? A little, but questioning authority was in the job description. Oh my god. That was their whole thing too in Rise of the Ashes, being part of the generation that needs to be told what to do, sir. Big sigh. Big ol' heavy sigh. He's not Meek this one. He's just stupid. That's not Meek at all. Besides, there's a lot of senior officers I don't know, sir. My god, do you not remember names? Oh boy, please don't be relatable, please don't. I can't remember names to the life of me. The important thing here is the defendant was pretending to be a prison guard, not the witness's interpretation of the situation. His break into the asylum was carefully planned. But the real murderer, if only had that letter. Anyway, what was the second reason? The second reason was that he had with him a gun only prison guards usually have access to. That was a thing. So the gun was all that and was the murder weapon. It's like if the judge wasn't it, but like someone gave him ahead of time, that means someone in the prison did it? That's the weirdest thing. We have like, there's like, my first thought is like to you know, Shauna Fisher, like, because literally Mike Meekins is incompetent and all that. But like, we have more evidence pointing to Paul Strings, like, in terms of all that, so, but why? Like, is it a whole dual operation of Shauna Fisher, like, worked with Paul Strings or something like that? Or, something completely else. Like, oh, like if we're going with Paul Strings being the culprit here or something like that, or like he literally pulled strings to get the gun uniform to Chambers in the letter. There's the pun name. Wait, that means Garrow is gonna pull some strings this trial. Then we're in a dangerous situation. Never let anyone with an obvious pun name go in to be part of this trial. Wait, shit, that's everyone this whole entire game series. Fuck, we're doomed. The second reason was that he had with him a gun only prison guards usually have access to. There are plenty of things to ask about here. Oh boy, if I do all this. Okay, Meekin's gun, how Meekin saw the gun, how Chambers obtained the gun. I don't think we need to ask the first one, but it's gonna be funny. I can imagine it. Does that mean you had access to the same kind of gun? Oh wait, no. Like, okay, it's talking about like lower officers having it. Like, gun is a status symbol. If you have it, that means you're higher up. No, sir. Why is your hand is still bandaged all this time, huh? You get injuries so much. So the regular prison guards don't receive guns. No, sir. What? But you just said. The prisoner guards have guns, sir. The senior officer said they were afraid of something happening, although I can't imagine why. Wait, you're saying everyone has a gun except for you? I sure can. But I still didn't feel safe in a prison full of convicts unguarded, sir. That's why I bring a water gun to work every day. Okay, my next question is there something in the water gun, like acid or something like that? If I swear if it's just water, then oh boy. Oh wait, no. If you're like do the whole thing of like bringing a water gun and spray painting it black, or something like that, like or gray, like actually like a gun. That's actually really smart. If you're not allowed to have a gun, though, that's actually really smart. But my next question would be would your superior officers like look at it like, why the heck does Meek have a gun? Someone take it from him. This isn't going anywhere. Let's move on. Okay. Oh, it was the last statement. Okay. First is wearing guard uniform, the second has a gun only prison guards usually have access to. So I think we need to figure out how exactly Judge got the gun, or at least who managed to be able to get the gun. Literally, besides like, Meekins and, the judge, it seems like Paul Strings and also Shano Fisher would have a reason to. Well, I can think of I can't think of an exact reason why Shano Fisher would help here, though. Or because we barely talked to him at all, so like, he's probably out, but he seems like the only person who will be able to get close. He's the only person we know currently who works in the prison and all that. He's also near the crime scene, so if anything, blame the person who like was upon the crime scene first. But if it's Paul Strings, then there's a tiny bit more reason and motive there, but not too much, as they just outlined. Like, we already, like, he's expressed, like, some animosity, like, towards the judge, or, like, he knows him a bit more, and actually asked Apollo to, like, not do the case. It's subjective and emotional, like, emotional evidence. It's subjective, but it kind of works. It's more than we have for anyone else so far. This could be, like, a Wendy Oldback situation to blame someone to get more time. How Meekin saw the gun, how Chambers obtained the gun. I'm pretty sure we could go with obtaining the gun, but I want to go on the list to make sure, get as much information as possible. I feel like if I don't have that list, I'll be going through so badly. I'll probably be thinking too hard till my brain explodes. Why did you take note of the weapon? Huh, I do not understand what you mean, sir. If most prison guards have one, why would you take note of it? Wouldn't it be suspicious if he didn't have a gun? Well, he had the gun in his hands and was waving it around everywhere. What? He even pointed at me, sir. I believe that shows that his mind was bent on killing Erlenmeyer. Actually, I think this changes the interpretation of a certain piece of evidence. Wait, what? He was carrying it around. Carrying it around, like... wearing a weapon. A weapon was fired twice, Chambers' fingerprints were on it. Him waving the gun around changes things? Changes things. I don't know what you mean by that. It changes things? I don't quite understand what you mean. Like waving the gun around makes him less inconspicuous, I guess? I mean, if the other guard, like Shano Fisher, like, saw it, so, like, maybe... I'm pretty sure I would be also on edge from that, maybe? So I guess the gun itself, maybe? Chambers' fingerprints are on the gun only because he held it in his hand. It doesn't mean he actually fired a bullet. Oh, you're going with that, okay. Someone else could have fired it if they were wearing gloves. I was thinking along the costume first, if there was gloves, but like, I can't remember if I wasn't paying attention to Shauna Fisher, like if he was wearing gloves at the time, if that was part of his uniform or not. And Mike Meekins is not even wearing the uniform, so we can't go with that. He really likes his police officer job, and he's gonna keep wearing that out for it forever. And this is relevant. How? Huh? The purpose of this testimony was determined the murder was premeditated. Has nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, I was right. So why don't you present the evidence showing it wasn't premeditated? As a matter of fact, I will. Right when I get to it, that is. Oh, she had me for a second there. I can't get riled up like that. Fine. I don't know, find a witness. An eyewitness to the crime. Wait, we had to do that, actually? Oh, I thought we had to go with attainment. Oh, wow, actually, huh? Fisher. Just fishing for clues and suspects over here. Yeah. Witness, you know the gist of Mr. Fisher's argument. Fishing in a fissure. Wait a second. Reels push. Okay, no, I thought I remember that right. I thought fishing wasn't part of the play. God damn it. I thought that proved for a fact. Damn it. No, my perfectly played connections. No. I still don't understand that golden plate, honestly. No, I'm actually being serious. Like, I'm not even doing a bit here of, like, pretending I don't know. I honestly don't remember what the plate is supposed to be for. I don't know what the plate is supposed to be for, anagram-wise or anything like that. I literally, honestly don't know. I'm actually really confused about that. I don't know. I have one final question. Is this testimony plausible? When I left the cell, 3 people were there. Chambers, Erlenmeyer, and Fisher, sir. So testimony isn't impossible, ma'am. Thank you. You may leave the stand. I believe we have heard enough for now. Miss Poole, I understand you are eager to call your next witness, but would it be okay if we took a recess? Of course, Your Honor. And I don't get a say in this because you have horns. You're a devil in disguise. All lawyers are. Including Poole. Standing around the pool of her own blood. We will now have a 10-minute recess. Court is adjourned. Spray the blood everywhere. Gunshot wounds. Battery. Assault. Oh boyos, oh boyos. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. Are you nervous? No, I'm fine. You look like you're about to faint. Well, he has a book he can read during the whole thing. Just calm your nerves. Just read Catcher in the Rye or something like that. Or fan fictions. It's okay, Judge. We're doing fine. Besides, if Poole had any decisive evidence, I'm sure she would have presented by now. She's building up her case, brick by brick, and we just need to knock it down, brick by brick. Unless she's saving the decisive evidence for the very last part of the trial, which honestly would be a power play if I ever saw one. Of course, we haven't done much of that knocking down part yet. Sells a sledgehammer, that one. My favorite line from Dual Destinies, I'll say that much, it was great. But Jessica has proven that I had the opportunity and provide the evidence. And Fisher's testimony will probably be decisive enough for a guilty verdict. But we've met Fisher, and know his personality. Yeah, that's right. He's short-tempered, and maybe if we anger him enough, he'll slip it up. Ah, that seems like a good as plan as any. Okay, we're doing a Wendy Oldback situation. Okay, then. More like the only plan. I see, we have to blame it on Fisher now. Oh, we gotta fish for someone. Anyway, the recess is almost over. We better get back inside. Poole is 2/3 of the way to a guilty verdict. The only thing standing between them is one testimony. I've got to find a way to break the testimony. Evidence and motive all at once, or I'm finished. Okay, we're back here. That should be a good time to leave this off here. We'll go into Fisher's testimony for next time. So if we want to prolong trial, or like conclusively prove there's someone else like on trial, either like put evidence going towards him being the culprit and like hiding the body. He has the means and all of that, but what would be a motive at all in terms of that? We can only think of him as like just yeah, I can't imagine of like Wendy Oldback situation. This is gonna be fun, but like, you know, like pressing until they like either press until, like, annoy him until he goes and spouts information which he was trying to hide, like, and he actually secretly has a grudge in the judge, or literally he was so short temper at the time and, like, cloud his memory of, like, what happened then, like we present contradictions to the point that we prove there was another possibility, or we blame him for it, or find evidence that proves Paul Strings did it. I don't really know at this point. Who possibly could ever know anything? Definitely no one here. Okay then. So, well, the golden plate, bust, the wig, literally nothing, like, goes towards Fisher, so somehow loop around to Paul Strings if we have to, if we're gonna be stuck in this trial day for the rest of the time until we prove with someone else. At least present another possibility. That's the only thing I think of. The wig and all those different evidence. It has to come up at some point. And I guess we'll see if they'll come up, or we either go around by the seat of our pants. Most likely, for next time. So, for a fun time watching as I am playing us. Hope you see me next time. What time may be. And I'll hope you have a fantastic day.